Hi everyone and welcome back to some more Long War 2. So, let's continue where we left off. And I don't think there's any point waiting another turn. We should just use incendiary grenade. But do we want Overwatch on anyone? I think Julius could use Overwatch actually. So Overwatch for Julius. And I think that will do. Maybe Elam, because I don't want to waste any cooldowns. Okay, Overwatch for Elam. And let's use the grenade. We'll hit the shield bearer and the two Archons. Hopefully do some good damage. Come on, Jory, make it a good one. Yeah, that's pretty good. We got 2 crits. Now let's see if we can hit them a little bit. That would be nice. Seven damage, not bad. And one more. And a miss. That's fine. That was decent enough. What about the commando? I think the best way to kill the commando will be with Harry. We just need to use run and gun, unfortunately. And just to be sure, let's use lightning hands. Grazed. Oh yeah, that will actually remove his evasive bonus, so that was a pretty good idea right there. And rapid fire. Please just kill him, thanks. Damn it. Well, he is down to 2 health, but we'll have to use one shot. Because he is not on fire. Unfortunately. Alright, let's kill the Archons. With Roy. That one is pretty much dead now. Because it will die from burning damage. And the other Archon. Oh, come on, another miss. What's with the misses? That was kind of terrible, actually. What's Bob's chance to hit? Not great. He'll have to use the pistol. That's better. And one more shot. He's down. So what about the commando? I guess Buzz can kill the commando? Or Spacebar can kill the commando. I think I'd rather attack the shield bearer with her. Technically we can use Reaper. But that feels like a bit of a waste, perhaps? That feels like a waste. Let's attack the shield bearer. And then Buzz can kill the commando. Here, 6 damage. Oh, there's a super heavy turret, and I saw a group on the other side of the building. I don't think we triggered it. No, we didn't. But they will find us on their next turn. Alright, let's kill the commando, shall we? Please don't miss on me, thanks. There, he's dead. Good job. The Archon will die, and the shield bearer might actually die as well. Let's find out. Yep, he's dead. And the Archon is also dead. Oh, there's a faceless. Damn it. That's pretty annoying. But okay. It will probably attack Spacebar. Wait, what? Zombies? So that means there's a sectoid or something nearby.
You know that was good.
Oh, great. That's a different group right there. This is getting a little bit dangerous. Did they see us? I don't think they did. Here comes the faceless. Yeah, it will attack Spacebar. That's to be expected, I suppose. And he missed. With 95% chance. She should play the lottery, I think. Okay, nothing actually triggered, but we know the groups are there. That's pretty funny. Well, we obviously need to move. So, let's move. I suppose I could slash and then move. That might not be a bad idea. Alright, slash the zombie. And that's a kill.
Nailed him.
And then we can move.
Rolling.
Now the faceless. Who should kill the faceless? Doesn't really matter all that much. I could actually hack the cell door right now, but that's probably a bad idea. Who will kill the faceless? Good question. I think Harry should do it, because Overwatch will be pretty useless for him, for obvious reasons. Okay, Harry will do it then, and we'll use Overwatch. I'm not sure if we'll be able to rescue the prisoners. This is going to be tough, especially if both groups activate at the same time. I'm not sure if we'll be able to handle that. It will be hard. Only one way to find out! But first, we need to move Buzz and Roy. We need to have cover from this direction, for obvious reasons. Overwatch time. Hopefully we'll get some good damage here. But if both groups trigger at the same time, this is going to be tough. I might have to evac without getting the prisoners. We'll see, but let's see how much damage we'll do first. Nice, 10 damage. And one down already. That was Elite Rocketeer too. Awesome. What else do they have? They have a Heavy Rocketeer still. Okay. Elite Trooper, Sentinel... Oh. That explains the zombies. We got Sector Commanders. If we get a third group on top of this, we'll just have to evac. Yeah, we got all three groups. There's no way we'll get the prisoners. We have to get the heck out of here, before people get killed. That's basically the rest of the map right now. Which is the most annoying part about the whole yellow alert system. There is a mod that allows you to get silent kills. If I end up starting another Long War II campaign, I'll probably use it.
I can give it a try.
Anyway, we are disoriented. We can't evac on this turn, but we should definitely plan the evac. How exactly do we want to do this? We could try to hack something. Would be nice if it worked, but obviously there's absolutely no guarantee whatsoever. That Andromedon is a little bit annoying. Huh. Well then, I really don't know. We can try to do some damage, but if we do damage, we won't be able to evac on the next turn. We got the Bunker Buster and we got the regular rocket launcher. We could potentially do some really good damage here. The Bunker Buster is pretty nice. We might be able to break out the prisoners with the Bunker Buster, at least one of them. Yeah, I think the Bunker Buster is a pretty good idea here. So let's do something like this. I'd like to hit the mech, at least a little bit. And the gunner. And the wall of the prison cell. I don't think we can hit the gunner if we want to do that. Well, we kind of can. Alright, let's do it. This should be interesting. That's pretty good damage for a Bunker Buster. And we destroyed, like, most of this room. That should give us the prisoner, I think. Chances are he will get killed on his way out, but whatever. No, it didn't give us the prisoner, or did it? Yeah, it did. She almost died. Yeah, she's probably going to get killed. But hey, they will get an extra target. It's not a bad thing, actually. Where do we run? I think we should just run out of the building in this direction. If the Andromedon targets her, then fine, whatever. Okay, let's go this way. Bye! It's been nice knowing you. Technically, I could hack the other cell door, but then I won't be able to hack the mech. And I'd like to try at least. What's our chance to succeed? Only 28% chance to take over. Yeah, that's not going to work. We could try to take over the drone. That might actually work. We also got cyclic fire. We could cyclic fire the heavy mech. Wait, what's up with our chance to hit? Oh yeah, Ilham is disoriented. Right, he is. Well, never mind. That's definitely a problem. What about Roy? Elite officer. Yeah, I don't know about this. We do have Reaper available. We could try to get a few kills, but we would have to do more damage in order to do that. Let's see. If we do some damage to the Sentinel, that could be the first target. And then maybe the Rocketeer. How can we do this? What's the range on the grenade? Pretty good. Okay, let's try to get some kills. I don't think rushing the evac would be very smart right now. Let's see, how much damage can we do? Probably not a lot. But we can hit the drone. And the Rocketeer. And the Andromedon. Yes, or can we? I thought we can, but I don't think so. Yeah, we can. Alright, do it. Make it a good one, thanks. That's pretty decent, we got a crit on the Rocketeer. Okay. So... Bob. Oh yeah, Bob has face-off. That is very, very tempting. That is so tempting. We could take a regular shot, then use lightning strike, and then face-off. But not yet. Let's see, spacebar. Just checking the targets. It could be the Rocketeer, but I think it's better if he's the second or third target. I would also like to kill the sector commander if possible. What about Roy? Roy only has one target still, the officer. He could move, but he doesn't really have a lot of options. Maybe we should use face-off and see what we're going to create. What are the targets? Sector commander, 21%. Okay, let's try to shoot the sector commander then. Nice. Then we can use lightning hands. 62, 59. Okay. Let's go with the sector commander. Or actually, we could try to do as much damage as possible to the Andromedons, because that will lower their chance to hit. Because we are playing with red fog, and that's a miss. Okay, and now we use face-off. Make it a good one, thanks. Nice. We almost killed that sector commander, and another crit. That was pretty damn good. The Andromedon is down to 2 health. I mean, the sector commander is down to 2 health, and Andromedon is down to 8. So that gives it 64 aim. And we can still disorient it with a flashbang grenade. So, let's take a shot at the Sentinel. Someone should do it. Actually, we could take down the Andromedon, which would give us the Andromedon shell to deal with. But that's probably an easier target. Andromedons have this annoying AoE, the grenade. So it might not be a bad idea, even if we can't deal with the shell on this turn. We could use Haywire Protocol on the shell. That's a possibility. We'll definitely use Reaper, might as well just use it now. And we also still have Cyclic Fire, but again, Ilham will have very low chance to hit because he's disoriented. As for Roy, just take a shot at the officer. Unless we decide to throw the flashbang grenade with him. Oh, hold on, we got the other guy too, right. We might be able to get one person out of here, but first I have to open the door. Which means I have to move one tile. No, he can't do it, I have to hack the other door. Right, fine. Still checking all my options. Oh yeah, Harry also has Funfire, Rapid Fire and Face Off. Maybe we should use Face Off with Harry, but where would he stand? Unfortunately, we don't have Run and Gun available, so it won't be amazing. Is there a good position we can use for this? Not really, no. Maybe on the left side. We'll have 3 targets in range. I'm not convinced it's worth it. We might be better off using Clutch Shot, actually. We still need to do damage to that stupid Sentinel. What's Elan's chance to hit on the Sentinel? 44%. I mean, that's not terrible, especially since he has Grazing Fire. Let's just take that shot. Wait, that's the Trooper, not Sentinel. Well, we still killed him. I guess that's good.
Pressed yet?
Okay, so what about that Sentinel then? Julius has line of sight to the Sentinel, but then we would have to give up Haywire Protocol. Could Roy take a shot at the Sentinel? Well, kind of, but he would have to stand completely in the open. Maybe we should just give up the Sentinel? Probably, yeah. So target the Andromedon first. How much damage will that be? 9 damage. Okay, so even if we do minimum possible damage, that will still be a kill. Fine, let's go for the Andromedon first. There, it's down. So that's 1. Next up we can get the Rocketeer, then the drone, and then the Sector Commander perhaps? Something like that. Oh, we could also blow them up. That is tempting. Can we do that still? We would have to do it with Roy, from the looks of it. Or with Harry and his pistol. I can't tell if we'll get line of sight from here or not. We might? This might be a good idea, actually.
I'm going.
Let's check. No, we won't get line of sight. I was hoping we will. Should we just use Face Off anyway? No, I don't think we should. Right, next attack. That should be the Rocketeer, I think. Do we have any better candidate? Not really, we don't. So Rocketeer it is then. Yep. Then the drone. And then the Sector Commander, and then we'll move into safety. Probably. 3 damage. We might graze at some point, that's definitely a risk. It's down. Okay, and 1 more. Will we do enough? We should do enough. Yes. Wrong target. There. Oh, that's way more damage. Any other targets? If we do some damage to one of them, then maybe. This is still so many enemies, holy crap. Yeah. We killed several and we still have 9 active enemies. That's just insane. How many can we disorient? That's still 2 more Andromedons. We can disorient both Sector Commanders and the Andromedon. If we don't want to risk not killing that Sector Commander right now. Although, even with a graze, that's still going to be a kill. But I would like to disorient the other sector commander and the Andromedon. So I think we'll still do it. What about Haywire Protocol? We got 48% chance to take over Andromedon Shell. If we could take over Andromedon Shell, that would be amazing. But there's a pretty good chance we'll fail. 48% chance to take temporary control. I don't know about that. It's tempting, don't get me wrong. We can't lower its hack defense either. Let's check our other options before we decide. So... let's go kill that sector commander. Okay, go. Down it goes. And now we can move into safety.
Enemy eliminated.
Unless we want to try another target. We would have to do at least 7 damage to the Sentinel. But then we would probably be too far away to move somewhere safe. Maybe the officer, but I don't think we can do any damage to the officer reliably. Roy can do it with Walkfire, but that will not be enough. Harry... Pistol Overwatch? No. Well, Harry can't really do anything right now. He can Overwatch, and that's about it. He can throw a flashbang grenade to disorient the officer. Probably worth it. Okay, let's disorient the officer. At least he won't mark anyone. And that leaves us with Spacebar, Roy, and Julius. So, do we want to try that hack? Or do we take a shot with our primary weapon? There's a pretty damn good chance we would just kill the Sentinel with our primary weapon.
Let's rock.
What's our chance to hit here? 62%. We can do up to 16 damage as long as we hit. Let's try that. Here, we got him. Nice, that was so worth it. And that leaves us with Roy. Well, I'm leaning towards disorienting that other Andromedon on the side. I think that's the best we can do, honestly. Because he will flank us if we don't do anything about him. Unfortunately, I'll have to let myself get flanked anyway. This sucks. Can we reach him with spacebar? No. We could actually still attack the elite officer and move into cover. It's not exactly amazing cover. Nah, we wouldn't do enough damage to make it worth it. Let's just move into safety. So off you go.
Heading to that location.
And that leaves us with Roy. That's the last move we got. So that's going to be a flashbang grenade, but where? No idea. Probably these two. But where the heck do we stand with him? There's really no good answer here. It's bad no matter what I do. It really is, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Well, I'll have to take a risk. There's just no way around that. We can just skip the turn. Well, Overwatch or something like that. And keep the flashbang grenade. I can't disorient these two from here. I was hoping I'll be able to. I'm really torn about this. We might be able to disorient the Andromedon from this tile,
Sure thing.
and that will keep Roy safe. Yes, we can. Alright, let's do that then. Hopefully no one will die on the next turn. That's kind of important. We got 7 active enemies, which might not seem like a whole lot, but these are really damn dangerous. If we could kill them all, we would basically kill everything on the map. I'm hoping some of them will target the civilians. Oh. Well, that happened. Seriously? Oh, he has Traverse Fire, because why not? And Elam is bleeding out. That's not a good start of the turn. Here comes the Andromedon shell. I need to get Elam out of there. Like, right now. We just have to get out of here in general. Sector Commander next. No idea what he did. Oh, he disoriented one of the civilians. Good for him.
Taking heavy fire.
Okay, the Andromedon is targeting the civilian. Better him or her than me. So I'm okay with this, actually, and he missed with 92%. Why was that not a graze? Well, hey, that's good for us. But we already lost Elam. As in, he's not dead, but he's not exactly combat worthy at the moment. We just have to carry him out of there, and quickly. So, our turn. That could have been worse. So, let's pick him up, shall we? Can we just get him out of here right now? Yes, we can. That does mean we won't have spacebar for the rest of this mission, but that's probably fine. I don't want to risk having him killed. However, we cannot get out with everyone on this turn. We still have to fight. And that's going to be tricky. So how do we do that? We can kill the Andromedon shell, but it's not really a big threat. The mech is a bigger threat, for example. We could shut it down, probably. Only 53% chance to shut it down. I think I'd rather try taking over the Andromedon shell. Julius can stay in this general area, because that's close enough to evac. And what about Bob? Who can't evac right now? That's only like one person. Okay, Buzz can't evac. And he's our officer, and Harry also can't evac. Oh yeah, and Jory. Jory might not be able to evac on the next turn. We might have to use command for him. Yeah, his mobility is kind of really bad. And I'd like to use a grenade. Let's stay and fight. So run and gun is available. How do we use that? We could kill the officer from over here. That seems reasonable.
Moving to fire position.
Okay, let's do that then. 28% chance to hit. Could have been better, but we got 48% chance to crit. Alright, do it. Lightning Hands was on cooldown. Nice. He has 1 health. He's dead. Good job. Are the civilians still alive? No, they are not. Well, this guy is still alive, actually. Can we get him out of here? Wait, what are you doing? No, I don't want to do that. What exactly are you trying to hack? Because there's no door there, as far as I can tell. He's panicking, isn't he? Yeah, he's panicking. Yep. Okay, then. Well, I'm hoping the Andromedon will target him. Sucks that we won't rescue any prisoners, but I'd rather have them die than me. Anyway, spacebar definitely needs to get out of here. It's just way too risky not getting Elam out. Because if one of the Andromedons uses the AoE, that will kill Ilham if it hits him. So I don't want to risk that happening. Let's just get him out of here. Hopefully we'll be able to handle the rest of the mission without spacebar. So get out. Alright, now back to business. Do we want to risk a hack? There's no point trying to shut down the mech. I'd rather just try to hack the Andromedon shell. That's just so much better. If it works. But that's a pretty damn big if. Let's move into this corner first.
Not a problem.
Okay, let's try to hack it. I hope I won't regret that. We will get slightly higher or slightly lower chance. I think there's a roll 10% in both directions. Oh, it's still 48%. So, should we try? Let's try. And we got it! Nice! Okay. That's great. That will help a lot.
Got access.
That's 14 health on the shell. Good job, Julius. Oh, 16 health apparently. I'm not sure why they gain health after a hack, but hey, I can't complain about that. So, we still got the sector commanders and the Andromedons. So how do we deal with those? Good question. Well, what do we do with Jory? There's still a gunner on the left side, so standing over here might not be a brilliant idea. I think Jory needs to dash. He has the lowest mobility and he's furthest away from the evac point. But we have to at least disorient that Andromedon over there. And he's behind full cover, which sucks. What's Roy's chance to hit? Kind of low. Could we blow up the super heavy mech? I don't think that explosion would hit it. Probably not. I'm not even sure if we can get line of sight. Where the heck do we go? I can't use flashbang with Roy, unfortunately. We need better cover around here. What do we do with Bob? We could try to shoot the super heavy mech, but that's about it. I think I'd rather try to shoot the Andromedon. Yeah, it won't do amazing damage, because it has armor, but I think that's better. So let's say we do some damage to it with Bob. Can we still disorient it with someone? I actually don't think so. Well, we could use command and then disorient it. Unless Jory can reach it. I think he will be slightly too far away. But we could use command. It won't do a whole lot of damage, but Funfire might be pretty decent here. Wait, right. He's behind full cover. So that's pointless. Unless we want to hit it with a rocket launcher. Now that might not be a bad idea. Actually. I obviously won't be able to use command if I do that. But that's like permanent flashbang. Because we are playing with red fog. I think that's actually way better. First, use the rocket launcher and then take a few shots. Do we want to move first? We probably do, actually. Yes, it will increase scatter, but I need to be closer to the evac. So let's do that. And then the rocket launcher. The scatter is pretty bad, but I just need to destroy his cover. Did we do it? Yes, we did. Nice. Okay, so now we can take a few shots. First, Funfire. I could also use rapid targeting if I really want to. Might be better to save it for Sector Commander, for example. Just use Funfire. Nice. So that's the Andromedon shell, and now we can take a shot or two with Roy. And maybe even kill it. Yeah, we got 2 shots with Roy, and he has blue screen. Wait, he's too far away, we need to move towards it first. That might still kill it. He can do up to 15, so that might still be enough to kill it. Where do we stand though? Like this or like this? Do we want cover from this direction or from this direction? I don't think it matters much. I'm not sure what the super heavy mech will do. That's a good question, actually. It's impossible to know. But there's another Andromedon just behind the corner. And we don't know if he's going to target the civilian.
Heading out.
Let's keep full cover from this direction then. And we'll take a shot. If we do 15 or 14, that will kill it. We killed it, awesome. That was maximum possible damage. And that leaves us with Jory. He still has the flashbang grenade. But I can't really do much with the flashbang. I think it's best if we dash with Jory. Yeah, let's just dash. He needs to be closer to evac. That was a pretty damn good turn, I have to say. Oh, damage control. That's such an annoying perk. I hate that perk, I really do. Here it comes. It has acid burn now. Please target the shell. Oh, it will use the missiles again, damn it. Gunner next. It almost killed our Andromedon shell. Okay, fine. Yep, it killed it. That was kind of the point, but I was hoping it will survive a tiny little bit longer. Sector Commander. Okay, it didn't mind control or psi-panic, that's good. Andromedon will target the prisoner and probably kill him. Sucks, but better him than us. And now the Andromedon is very far away. I don't think we can evac yet. I'm pretty sure we can't. Yeah, we are too far away for evac, but we can evac on the next turn. We just need to, you know, survive one more turn, which might be a little bit tricky. This is still quite a lot of really dangerous enemies. And we don't have our Meatshield anymore. We do have command, and we still got one more rocket launcher. We need to move out of range of that gunner, because he has traverse fire. I don't want him to shoot us twice. So how do we do this? What's the hack again? Oh, that's the non-existent cell door. Never mind. Let's just move a bit. We can flashbang the Sectoid Commander, which is not a bad idea.
Absolutely.
We can also aid protocol someone if we want to. And what about Bob? Bob needs to move to make himself useful. He still has clutch shot. And Jory. We can move and then use a grenade.
Kein Problem.
On what? On the mech? I don't think we'll be killing the mech. That seems incredibly unlikely. Yeah, it does seem very unlikely. We can still try. I just don't think it's going to happen. Oh yeah, we could disorient the gunner. Huh. That's so much armor, holy crap. Alright, let's do some damage to the mech. We might be able to kill it. It's just going to take, like, all of our soldiers attacking it. We did get a crit for whole 3 damage. Right. We do have combat protocol, but then I won't be able to disorient the sector commander. Also, I can't actually target the mech with command protocol anyway. Roy does have blue screen. I don't feel comfortable leaving him here, but I could take 2 shots at the mech. We might actually be able to kill the mech. We always have command for emergency situations. Let's try to kill the mech. Here, 9 damage. And 1 more shot. Come on, Roy. We got it. Awesome. Now, that leaves us with Bob, Julius, Buzz, Harry. Yeah, we still got a lot. Harry needs to move towards the evac. We could disorient the elite gunner with Harry. That's not a bad idea. I like that plan. We might even stun it if we get lucky enough. And this will be close enough to evac, I think. Yeah, it will be, easily. Alright, let's try to stun the gunner. Or disorient him at least. What's our chance to stun him? 50%, that is pretty good. Okay, let's go it. We missed, but he's disoriented now, that's still useful. 55 aim. And that gives us Buzz, Bob and Julius. So, disorient the sector commander. Yep. And then Bob and Buzz. We can do some damage to the sectoid. Might as well. It will lower his chance to hit even further. So let's just do that. There's the Andromedon in the back, but I'm pretty sure he's too far away to do a whole lot. We could hit the Andromedon to lower its chance to hit. It just won't do a whole lot of damage. Yeah, I'd rather hit the sector commander. Chances are the Andromedon will use the AoE. You know, the acid grenade or whatever. And that leaves us with Buzz. I could actually pick up the loot. Well, not really. I think I'll pass, as tempting as it is. I'd rather make sure that we'll evac everyone on the next turn. So, in case we'll need command for someone, let's move close enough so that we'll be able to use a blow move and then use command. So off you go. Shame we didn't get any prisoners, but oh well. No one died, that's the important part. Elam almost died. Honestly, after I saw how many enemies we triggered, or they kind of triggered themselves, I honestly thought it would be much worse than it actually was. Here's the sector commander. Oh no, that was return fire. Seriously? Okay, that was a bit unlucky right there.
They've got friends.
Yeah, okay. I guess I said all of that a little bit too soon. He did have full cover, I didn't think the Andromedon will hit him. Well, in any case, he's not dead, he's just bleeding out. Let's get him out of here.
On my way.
That was very unfortunate. Get over here, Bob.
I've got you.
And let's get the heck out of here. Could we technically pick up the loot? Well, with command we actually could, sort of.
Running.
Alright, I suppose we can. We can also pick up the other loot. Doesn't really matter which loot is going to be. Yeah, that makes no difference whatsoever. Let's grab that one. We got advanced scope and Elerium core. Yeah, that's nice.
Just in time.
And get out.
Heading home. No need to ask twice.
So I guess we're done now.
Here I come.
Bit of an unfortunate outcome, but it could have been much worse. I'm glad Bob didn't die at the end there. I thought he will. Come on, command.
Geht klar. Just in time. Bereit zum Abmarsch.
And we're out.
Commander, we failed in our mission.
21 out of 24 enemies killed.
And improve going forward.
This mission would have been fine if they weren't all grouped up around the objective. It was kind of impossible to avoid fighting all of them at once. Did we get any promotions? No, we did not. 25 days, 25 days. Well, at least they aren't dead. Advanced scope, Elerium core. Alright then, so I'm going to make a cut here and continue in the next episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.